Don't forget to click that subscribe and bell icon to receive a notification each time I upload a new video. Hi everyone, it's Mike here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm kicking off my brand new series of heroes and heroines. Now last year I did my rogues gallery of collage clusters featuring various different people, mostly rogues. Some famous people thrown in there as well. But this year I thought I would do heroes and heroines. So people who I admire, respect for their achievements and accomplishments. But the difference being I'm going to do a male and a female who was born in that particular month. So for January, I'm going to be doing a gentleman and a lady that were both born in January. So the first one I will introduce in a second. I'll turn over to my other camera, show you the new journal that I'm going to be working in and who I'm going to be doing first. Okay, so originally, if you remember a couple of months back when I created this journal, which I called my Book of Bones, I said I was going to use this for the heroes and heroines. But thinking about it, obviously the skulls on there and the bones on there, it's not really appropriate for a heroes and heroines journal. And also, I think it's a little bit too small. This is only 6 inches. So, when I was recently at my local craft shop, I purchased instead the larger version, which is an 8x8. Exactly the same journal, but 8x8. And as you can see, I've already decorated it. I decorated it while I was waiting for my camera to charge up earlier on today. So I switched on the camera to record the first page, only to find I'd forgotten to put it on charge. So I had to wait for an hour or so. So while I was waiting, I thought, well, what the heck, I may as well decorate. So there's the front cover. So just some layered papers with some of those, I can't remember what they're called, from Tim Holtz, I think, Ideology. Just with the individual letters, some washi tapes, a bit of distressing. And on the inside, I've used up some of my old Tim Holtz papers, old 12x12s, again, some washi tapes. I've done the back, again using the same papers, bit of distress, and again the same on the inside. So just a little bit of decoration, just to kind of take the plainness off it. There's also a few splatters of white paint on there as well that I threw in just for good measure. So this is going to be the heroes and heroines. We're going to kick off with a hero for January. And then I will do a heroine. I already know who I'm going to do, but first of all we're going to do the first hero. So, and he's going to go on the first page here. So my first hero, and I'll introduce the photo to begin with, is this chappie. So this is John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, more commonly known as JRR Tolkien. So he was born on the 3rd of January 1892. Don't know what day of the week that was, unfortunately, can't tell you. So he's going to be my first hero. Obviously the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings books were given to me as a child, and they're one of well, some of the books that contributed to my love of reading and also my love of fantasy. So we're going to use a map as the background of my page today. So we're going to use a map of Middle-earth. There we go. So that's going to be the first page. Oh, just flick that piece of paper around. And what I've done is I've sort of planned how I'm going to do the page. So my composition for this page is going to be a diagonal right the way, kind of across the page like that, following the line of the map from top left to bottom right. I'm going to try and leave this bit where it says Middle-earth in that bottom corner. So to start off with then, so grab some distressing. I'm just going to quickly whip around. All this is going to do is just literally hide those raw white edges. So most of the ephemera and bits and pieces that I've got for these pages, I've printed out, I've collected from different sources around the internet. Primary source is like Wikipedia and places like that. All places that are either offered for free or they're public domain, so I'm not infringing anybody's copyright, but then again I'm not using these images either to sell, so fair use applies for a lot of this stuff, for instruction if you like, and education. That's what it falls under. Right, so I'll stick that down there. So I resized to fit the page for the background. I thought it was a perfect size. Love that. And then I've got my first piece is the dust cover illustration from The Hobbit, which was first published in 1937. Can you believe? I know, 1937. It's crazy. So I always thought, I never thought, well, I didn't realise it was published quite so early. I always thought it was a 50s kind of thing, post-war, but I was wrong. That was Lord of the Rings. So the Lord of the Rings trilogy were published in, I think it was like 1955-ish, or from 1955. So let's just, let's see if we can just line that up. So about there, I think. Maybe a bit further this way. Just so it's kind of like in the middle. I've got some notes here where I've scribbled down on a kind of card just so that I knew. So from 1954 to 1955, so the 3 books were published over a 2-year period. There we go, that's how I want to do. The Lord of the Rings, that is, not The Hobbit, because obviously that was done in 1937. Okay, so this is the first page of The Hobbit, which I'm going to stick down. So I'm using spirit glue because it gives me wiggly room, and also it doesn't buckle like PVA glue does. And seeing as these pages aren't exactly thick, then we don't want any buckling, or as little buckling as possible. Okay, so that's going to go there. Right, so Mr. Tolkien, obviously being born in 1892, that means that when the First World War broke out, he was in his early 20s. So obviously, Mr. Tolkien enlisted and went to war, and he joined the 11th, is it the 11th Battalion for the British Expeditionary Forces, and was actually present at the Battle of the Somme. You don't think of these people as being military heroes, do you? But there you go. So that can go just about there, I think. So don't forget, I'm trying to build my cluster so it comes across the page here. So that's where Mr. Tolkien's going to go. And then we've got another little illustration from one of the stories, which I've done just a little bit smaller. So this is an illustration of Gandalf, and I'm not sure whether it's Frodo or Bilbo. Could be either, as Gandalf's persuading them to go on an unexpected journey. So we're going to put that one just in that corner there, just where it's overlapping, so we've got like a 3-step. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, so the next is going to be, yes, so a little bit, move on from The Hobbit to The Lord of the Rings. So I've also got an inscription which is in Elvish, not Elvish Presley or Elvish Parsley. So that's Elvish. So that's the inscription from the One Ring. Now I was planning on actually having the inscription of exactly what it meant or what it actually said. I'm just going to lay that down there for the second, and I've actually got one of the front covers of the first in the trilogy, which is the Fellowship of the Ring. Like that, and I want to just put that in the corner, maybe just a bit further down like so, just to bring that into that corner, to bring that composition right the way across. So I think that's going to go there, just in that corner. So then that takes us from the top left hand corner right the way through to that bottom right hand corner, draws the eye then across the page and down, gives it interest. Of course, everything on the page is relevant and pertinent to Mr. T. So now I've deliberately sized this so that it catches the corner there and also catches the corner there, so there's a little bit of continuity all the way across. So there's something touching everything, pretty much. There we go. And then I think I've got a couple of like little file tabs. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of glue on the bottom of those. I'm going to just try and stick. I don't think it will have grabbed just yet. No, it's still a little bit up. So we'll just add that at the back. Just push it up a little bit. There we go. And then the other one I'm going to stick down here underneath. Oh, wrong side. Silly boy. So I'll put that under there, but also just a tad on that front there. And then I can just lift up that and put that underneath. There we go. Just a couple of little interesting little file tabs. And then to finish off the page, can't really finish it off without adding in the ring itself, the One Ring. Just like that. So, let's grab it, put glue on my fingers and it keeps moving. So that's going to go about there, like that. Right, so I've got the glue. So the inscription on the ring, which is written in Elvish, it's one ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness bind them. There you go. So I'll just let that dry for a second. So that wiggle room just lets us just manoeuvre. I don't particularly want to show the two pieces underneath. So I don't want the blue from that piece or the piece from the book cover. Alright. There we go. So we'll just let that dry for a second or two. Okay, so all we have to do now is to sign and date it. Hang on. Where's the ring gone? It's disappeared. Alright, keep it. See if I care. Right, so we'll just sign and date over here. Oh, look, my pen doesn't work. Typical. Let's use this one. So we'll sign it on this file tab over here. And we'll put today's date, which is, what is it, the 12th today? Yes, it's the 12th of January. 12/1/22. Okay, so let's pinch it back while he's not looking. There we go. So we'll just stick it there. Move that over a little bit. Bit more. That's the one. I'm sure he won't mind, really. There we go. So there's the first page in my new Heroes and Heroines Collage art journal. So hope you've enjoyed watching me put that page together. If you have, please remember to give the video a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel already, you can do so by clicking the button at the end of the video. That's all from us for now. We'll see you all again very, very soon. Bye for now. I'd like to say a huge thank you to all of my angels, because without you, these videos would not be possible. Thank you.